Okay, I think we're live. But how would one really know? And what does live even mean? Like, I don't know. It's probably getting a little too deep for the start of the stream. Let me just check the audio. God, nice job, Brain. Wow, really like A+ intro. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I think we sound okay. Oh, right. Let's see. No need to delay or dawdle. Welcome. Tonight is more Fallout New Vegas. We're on session 06, I think now. Yeah, 6 looks right. So let's see what's going on in this game. Basically, we're kind of at the point where we've gotten to New Vegas, and it seems like the next major story thing to happen involves will have like pretty dire consequences for how the plot of the game is going to go down. And it almost feels like set up for the end of the game to me, because we recovered the poker chip that was stolen from us at the very beginning, which gave us access to an underground like bunker that happens to be full of robots, and we get to decide if we want to try and do what Mr. House, who runs New Vegas, wants and turn the robots, to his side, let him control them, or if we want to try to be sneaky and control them ourselves. And then, like, do we help? Do we help NCR? Do we help the Legion? Or do we blaze our own path? Like, those decisions, like, those heavy sorts of decisions are kind of, like, right within our grasp. Unfortunately, because we took, like, a pretty straight line through the game following the primary, like, main objectives, when we got to that bunker, we had our asses very swiftly kicked out the door. We were irradiated, we were chewed up by robots, and things were not so good, and we were broke as well. So last stream was a lot of, like, going back and, like, doing side quests and trying to get better gear and more money and medicine, too. And we did accomplish a lot of that, I gotta say. I don't think I'm quite ready to continue with the main story yet, though. There's some side quests that have my attention, and I think we'll check them out. And there's a few other things that... Yeah, it's basically just some side quests, I think. And then one that's not really a side quest, at least not in-game, but it's more of a personal side quest, which is to get us rich as hell. We have a plan for that, but like I said, we got other priorities first. Stream title is Let's Get to Meet the Neighbors or something like that, and that's going to be the goal. There is one particular quest that I want to do, where we go around the New Vegas area and we meet all the different factions and tribes and all those guys that are hanging out around there, and we see what their deal is. And I think, at least according to the cowboy robot, whose name escapes me at the moment, that works for Mr. House, we get to decide what we think of them and whether or not to keep them around. So, as much as I hate judging people, it seems like there's going to be a lot of that going down, possibly this stream. So let's go ahead and get in there. Now you know the score, as they say. There is actually one thing I want to look at, though, before we get into that particular side quest. And it's something that was bothering me last time. And it's the whole... Okay, so we have a companion now. Her name is Cass. And she was screwed over by a rival... the caravan company, and who hired a bunch of, like, mercenaries, basically, to take her out. And they did, like, destroy her business. Well, she's, like, hanging out with us now, despite all my protests. She decided to join us, and I don't know, I do find her story somewhat compelling. And it would be nice to bring justice to the people that, like, ruined her. So, with all that in mind, we had a couple options for how to go about that. Option one would have been to go in guns blazing and murder everybody. And I don't know, the character I've taken here is more of a... They're not really super violent. I haven't focused on, like, any of my offensive skills too highly, like my gun skills or anything. I've been more about, like, speech and science and stealth and that sort of thing. Like, just being more of a... I think